Next at 5, it's St. Patrick's Day, so you know we are live at the biggest party around at Kells. What's new this year, plus how police plan to crack down on drunk drivers.
And an outbreak of Norovirus at a local school. The lengths officials are going to stop the spread of the virus.
But first, the rain is moving. The trouble it's already causing, from landslides to flooding, and just how much we're going to see as we move into the weekend.
First, live, local. The 5 o'clock news starts now on Fox 12 Oregon.
Good evening and welcome to the 5 o'clock news. I'm Pete Ferryman.
And I'm Elizabeth Din. Thanks for joining us. Okay, remember when we showed you the sun yesterday and told you to enjoy it while it lasted? Well, on the right side of your screen is what it looked like exactly 24 hours ago from our Shriners Hospital camera. And then on the left, that's what it looks like right now on the St. Patrick's Day evening. Same camera, too. So the rain, of course, has moved in. And for those of you making plans, it's going to be pretty wet out there tonight and through part of the weekend, too.
Yeah, all this rain is causing concerns for not just landslides, also for flooding. Tonight, we have team coverage of the situation. Let's get right to Fox 12's Kelsey Watts, who is live along the Columbia River. Kelsey?
Well, Pete, good evening. The river right here is right at flood stage, and you can see it's making a big difference here on the shoreline. Just take a look at this no parking sign nearly underwater next to this boat ramp here. The Columbia River right now is about 16.1 feet. Flood stage is 16. The National Weather Service says you should expect the river to stay right around this level until maybe Monday. They say the dams closer to Bonneville are trying to let as much water through as possible to keep up with the rain and the snowmelt. Here at Marine Park in Vancouver, that means water is right up around the edge of the park. And we spoke with a man today who tried bringing his boat out, but had to turn around.
Well, we were coming out to check the motors out in the boat for fishing in the summer, and there's no dock left, so I'm going to try another boat ramp.
A Fox 12 viewer also sent us this photo of a couple of teenagers on a park bench completely surrounded by water. That was taken down by the Tidewater Cove condos. Back out live tonight, as you can tell, the rain is still coming out here. It's been steady all day. And the National Weather Service tells me the last time the river was like this was back in 2011. Live in Vancouver tonight, Kelsey Watts, Fox 12 Oregon.
And we're also keeping our eyes on the Selwood Riverfront Park in southeast Portland. Pictures show just how high the water got there yesterday. The park sits on the banks of the Willamette River. The water came up to the walking paths there. Portland Parks and Rec says neighborhood parks may have standing water as well as water from the recent rains. There are several landslides throughout the area at the same time, and we're watching two very closely. And all this rain is not helping crews as they try to clean up the slide in the West Hills along Burnside. Officials say the stretch from Skyline to Barnes will be shut down through the weekend. The earliest they say it'll open up is Wednesday morning. Air 12 video from this morning shows a deep crack that appears to be growing and shifting. PBOT is using some heavy equipment to make sure it's safe to reopen Burnside. The Bureau posted this video on YouTube. PBOT says crews had to bring in a special excavator with an extra long arm to help clear the tree roots and other materials from that hillside.
You may have noticed the slide backs up to the Mount Calvary Catholic Cemetery up there. The archdiocese that runs it says no grave sites have been compromised, but a soil engineer was hired to recommend short and long-term steps to stop other slides. A contractor was hired, too, to cover the slope with plastic and sandbags. Meanwhile, a landslide in Kalama is forcing more than 100 families to take a very long detour, turning their 20-minute drive into something that's close to an hour and 20 minutes. The slide came down Wednesday on Kalama River Road. Neighbors there tell us the hillside was bulging before it gave way. And crews said they weren't sure if the landslide was still shifting, and they're not sure when they'll be able to clean it all up. Also, SR 503 in Washington and the historic highway in the Gorge both remain closed tonight. Crews say it's just too soon to tell when 503 will reopen near Woodland. And along the historic Columbia River Highway, there have been 5 slides in just 4 days. So it will remain closed between Multnomah Falls and Angels Rest until at least Monday.
Time now for your first live local forecast. Marja Martinez joins us with a look at that.
Well, earlier we saw that side-by-side comparison. And Liz, you said yesterday the sunshine kind of shocked you. It surprised you.
Yeah, it did.
The rain didn't today, right? We prepared you well enough?
No. Yeah,
Okay.
I was pretty prepared.
Good. I'm glad. We did have plenty of that. Now, it hasn't been too intense. The rain has just been very widespread, very persistent, but it's been a light precipitation. I do have some good news for you, though. If you have plans for the St. Patrick's Day evening, as we zoom in on our live radar, you can see some of the rain now shifting to the north. That's because the warm front associated with all of this rain is now headed into Washington, drawing all that moisture to our north. So areas like Hillsborough, the rain has ceased there. Beaverton just seeing some very, very isolated spots of drizzle. And then here in Portland, still raining, but it's very light. Now, this has kept temperatures a little bit on the cool side. Right now, temperatures are at 45 degrees in downtown Portland, but look at our normal temperature, 57 degrees. So we're well below normal. Not only here, but over toward Pendleton, temperatures are 10 degrees below normal because of those cloudy skies and that precipitation. Now, I showed you how in the next couple of hours the showers will start to taper off. Well, we won't be in the clear for overnight hours because right around 11 p.m. or midnight, that's when the rain returns. And this time it could be a little bit more intense. I'll have more details on that up ahead.
Marcia, thank you. We want to take you to a traffic alert right now. If you got stuck on I-5 this afternoon near Southwest Briar Place, this is why. Giving you a live look at the tanker truck that overturned. Police say no one was hurt, but the truck will have to be towed away, so that'll block some lanes for the time being.
Tonight, Portland police say they have solved an incredibly frightening crime. They say they've arrested the man who tried to rape and kidnap a woman in Eastmoreland last summer. 27-year-old David Abraham Marcus appeared in court this afternoon to face first-degree kidnapping and attempted rape charges. Investigators have not said exactly what led them to Marcus, but the play-by-play account from the alleged victim is like something out of a horror movie. It was a quiet night in this Eastmoreland neighborhood when it happened. A 22-year-old woman had just made a trip to a grocery store. Moments later, she was fighting for her life.
He covered my mouth and started dragging me through the grass into the parking lot. I was just screaming help, but no one could hear me.
The woman afraid to show her face, but determined to share her story. That night, she says she was walking alone on Southeast Bybee near 27th, listening to music, when a man grabbed her from behind, pinning her arms to her sides. She fought back, throwing punches and screaming, offering the man money, thinking it was a robbery.
He didn't respond to that, and then he just told me to get up. And that was when he opened the hatchback to the back of his SUV. All of the back seats were out, and there was just this gray or white tarp laying down and some bungees or ropes sitting in the corner. And that was when I just freaked out. When I saw that tarp, the worst thoughts came into my mind. I was thinking either rape or he was going to kill me.
At that point, she says she was determined to do everything in her power to get away. She said the struggle lasted several minutes before the man finally gave up, realizing that she wouldn't go down easy. She eventually ran to a nearby home where a family called 911, and she knew just how lucky she was to escape.
He had definitely planned that out to a T. He was there that night looking for a girl that would be easy prey.
Well, tonight, David Marcus is in the Multnomah County Jail. He's scheduled to appear in court for a plea hearing on March 27th.
A Beaverton charter school is getting back on its feet today after an outbreak of Norovirus. Fox 12's Jamie Wilson joins us live with the details. Jamie?
Well, Liz, when several students and teachers started getting violently ill a few weeks ago, the staff here at the Arco Iris Immersion School contacted the county health department, and sure enough, experts there confirmed that it was norovirus. Students and staff started calling in sick the last week of February, and the illness kept spreading throughout the school. Symptoms including fever, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. School leaders sent samples into the Washington County Health Department, and experts pinpointed norovirus, a highly contagious illness that spreads quickly in schools, nursing homes, and anywhere people are in close quarters. School board president Caitlin Jeffrey says they closed yesterday to do deep steam cleaning of all the carpets in the building, and they've changed some of their daily cleaning habits.
I like adding bleach water to our cleansing products, so bleaching down the tables and the doorknobs. We just want to make sure our kids are safe. That's our role for this school, is to make sure all the kids are safe, everyone's doing the best.
And the good news is those efforts must be paying off because only a few kids are still sick and all teachers were at work in class today. Live in Beaverton tonight, Jamie Wilson, Fox 12 Oregon.
Well, today is the day to wear green. It is St. Patrick's Day, and this is a live look from Dublin, Ireland. People there, of course, celebrating the holiday, but it's midnight there, and as you can see, the parties are still going strong.
Wow, would not have known that unless you told me that. Wow. And the party is just getting started at Portland's famous Irish joint, Kells. Fox 12's Bonnie Silkman is live there right now. Hi there, Bonnie.
Hey, guys. Well, the party has officially begun. It's actually well underway. We are live from downtown Portland in the side of the beer tent right now, and people are just dressed to the nines with their green. This guy's got his suspenders on. Obviously very excited. Pretty loud in here. There's a live band going on all night long. There's also traditional Irish dancers. Dogs are allowed in here as well. This giant dog says hello. We got family-style tables back here. People are playing games, eating Irish food. There's plenty of green t-shirts for sale, a lot going on. And if you want to check it out, you have all night. But this party actually goes on until Sunday, so you have plenty of time. Again, live music all weekend. And this year they actually have a beer fest going on. A lot of local breweries are here as well. So as you can see, it's a good time. So you have plenty of time to come on down here, get some green beer, have some fun, but definitely stay safe on this St. Patty's Day.
You know what, Bonnie, I was just thinking, Liz, this is Bonnie's first time at Kells on St. Patrick's Day. Are you impressed with Portland's St. Patrick's Day spirit?
Oh, absolutely. This is insane. There's probably about 1,000 people in this tent. There's also live music going on inside the pub as well. People are just having a great time. So yes, I'm very impressed with St. Patty's Day on Portland.
All right, Bonnie, thank you so much. And of course, people are so friendly, and I think she's really seeing that for sure.
Pretty sure that was an Irish wolfhound as well.
That wasn't, yeah, we're pretty sure it was too.
Yeah.
All right, the beer is sure to be flowing tonight, but a reminder that local police say they are stepping up their game to catch drunk drivers. And coming up later on here on the 5 o'clock news, we're going to take you inside this special RV. It's outfitted to help Portland police and local law enforcement officers when it comes to drunk drivers. The features that'll make ticketing people much easier and faster.
The 5 o'clock news is just getting started.
Kicking and punching a car. What started this violent confrontation caught on camera that included gunshots.
And it's been a problem house for a long time, and you won't believe how much debris was taken away from this abandoned home during some serious spring cleaning.
And it's madness down in Sacramento. March Madness, that is. We're live in California after the Ducks' big win. What the stars and fans are saying tonight.